all people,
Yes,
we give
yes.
thanks to the giving of thanks, you know what I mean? Speak life, as we say, speak of love, you know what I mean? Be upful, you know, definitely, you know, we as, you know, majority of people who I see in this room, except for this youngster here, you know, we all have a duty to make sure that youngsters like this person here has a foundation to build upon and, you know, can learn from us, and that's the greatest thing. So, I mean, you know, if you, again, I always say if you wanted to try to put it in a sentence or a slogan, one love is always that universal thing, you know?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
What's the
Jump.
hardest thing that you encounter in your career?
The hardest thing?
Yes.
The hardest thing is, I think, the same challenge that every artist and musician face, which is trying to have your music be heard. You know what I mean? Which kind of goes forward to even what we were speaking about earlier when I was saying that not because you're Marley means that you're going to be popular or people are going to love your music. Because I put out a few songs and projects for, you know, a few years really before I became popular, you know, especially as a youngster coming up and learning the craft and getting better and all these kind of things, you know. So I think that is always going to be the challenge for any musician is in their career, is to really, first and foremost, to make your music be heard, because somebody cannot become a fan of your music unless they're hearing it.
But do you have, sorry.
What do you know about Romania and ElectricCastle? Did you hear it before you came here?
Well, I heard that this is at Dracula's castle. I don't know how true it is, but that is what I've heard. And then, you know what, and I tell you, I heard also that it's been quite a few years now that they've been trying to get me to come up here. You know what I mean? And that also, that we really have a nice fan base here. And I came and I saw that for myself,
Yeah, man.
you know, so I'm proud of that, you know.
I have a question about the Romanian audience.
Yeah.
What were your expectations and what was the reality? Like expectations versus reality. What did you first think about when you were told you have to play at ElectricCastle? You want to play at ElectricCastle?
I think things went according to plan, to me. You know what I mean?
To us too.
Yeah. You know, I heard that, like I see, same thing I just said. I heard that there was, you know, a lot of anticipation for me to come here, and a lot of people looking forward to that. And that's what I saw when I was on stage. You know what I mean? Of course, if we had perhaps a little bit better of weather, you know, I like when that's why I even wear my sweater on stage today, because I like when I'm warm on stage, you know. But that's the only thing I can say, which none of us had any control over that, and still the people enjoyed themselves, and so did I. So it was great.
When does an artist, a musician, knows that he hit his peak as a musician?
What do you mean?
He hit the top.
I don't ever want to find that out. I don't know, and I don't want to know. You know?
You obviously had a collaboration with Jay-Z, and you took Jay-Z to Jamaica. What was his reaction? Like, we've never been to Jamaica, or any of us, but how did Jay-Z react to Jamaica?
Well, he had been there before, and I didn't really take Jay-Z to Jamaica. It's almost more like he said he wanted me to be there because he was already going. Because I was on tour in Africa, and he hit me up and said, "Hey, I'm going to Jamaica to do this thing, and I really needed to come." So that's really how that happened. But it wasn't his first time there, but I think it was his first time in Trenchtown, which is where we visited. And it was a great experience. I mean, especially for me, I'm a fan of his music, and to be able to have the opportunity to show him around, you know, the neighborhood has a lot to do with my legacy and my father's upbringing, and of course helped to shape even the person I am today. It was great.